The book was published in 1944, though Heinz Claus, the author, was doing research in the Americas in the 1930s and was an active researcher and writer for the Nazi regime through the Second World War. While this is certainly a creepy item, the decision to acquire it was simple in light of our mandate. Though sometimes you have to think beyond your mandate when making decisions. And when we looked at this book and we saw the rise in Holocaust denial that's currently happening, and we saw the rise in xenophobia that's currently happening in the world, the chance to acquire an item like this reminds us the importance of memory institutions, the libraries, the archives, the museums, and the role we play in ensuring that the memory of the Holocaust is preserved. And what is, I think, particularly important about this item is a statistical report. It gives detailed information on the American and Canadian Jewish communities. How many Jews lived in what cities, what kind of languages they spoke, what was their ethnic background. How would a report like this have been used had the Nazis won the war and taken administrative control of North America? Hitler was actually a very prolific reader and book collector, with some estimates putting his collection of books at upwards of 16,000 books. This one, to our knowledge, should have come from his Alpine retreat at Berchtesgaden, which was captured by the Allies. Many American soldiers, as well as American dignitaries, took books from Hitler's library that contained the Ex Libris, the book plate, as souvenirs. That's likely how this book arrived in North America. We had the opportunity to acquire it this past June, and at which point it arrived here at Library and Archives Canada. Due to the wartime paper it's printed on, it did need extensive restoration work so that we could make it in such a state that we can display it today and that it can be used by researchers. In terms of cost, obviously as a librarian, I prefer to talk about the cultural and historic value of items, and I think in terms of what this item reveals to us about the potential for the Holocaust to become an event that would have happened in Canada, it's of course invaluable. That being said, we purchased this in American dollars at $4,500 American. I don't remember the exact exchange rate for the day we made the purchase, but in the area of 6,000 Canadian.